In 1626, the tip of an island was bought for a handful of goods. Nobody standing there could have imagined what would rise from that dirt. Today, over 1 million people move through it every single day. But the story of how it got there isn't really about steel. It's about fear, fire, and a city that refused to stay still. The earliest buildings were low. Dutch colonists built brick houses no taller than 3 stories. Wood was cheap, and cheap wood burns. In 1776, a fire tore through a quarter of the city in one night. Why do we still build with wood when fire keeps proving the point? New York learned the hard way that a city of wood is a city on borrowed time. By the 1800s, something changed. Cast iron arrived, and with it, a new kind of freedom. Architects could open up entire facades with glass. Soho still wears these iron fronts like armor from another era. But the real revolution wasn't the metal. It was the elevator. In 1857, Elisha Otis installed a safety brake that stopped elevators from falling. Before that invention, no one wanted to live or work above the 5th floor. Stairs were the limit. Otis's brake removed it. Suddenly, height wasn't dangerous. Height was profitable. Land in Manhattan was narrow, and demand was endless. If you can't grow outward, you grow up. In 1902, the Flatiron Building rose on a triangular sliver of land too odd for anything else. People said the wind off its sharp edge could knock a man over. Was it a building, or an experiment in how far steel could bend the rules? Steel frame construction changed everything. Walls no longer had to hold the weight. A skeleton of steel did that job, and the walls became skin. This one shift in engineering is the entire reason skyscrapers exist. Without it, New York would still be a city of brick and low rooftops. Then came competition. In 1930, 2 buildings raced each other into the sky. The Chrysler Building secretly added a spire at the last moment, hiding it inside the frame until it could be raised in 1 hour. It briefly became the tallest building on Earth. Less than a year later, the Empire State Building overtook it. Built during the Great Depression, it rose at a rate of 4.5 stories a week. Why build the tallest building in the world while the economy was collapsing? Some say it was pride. Some say it was defiance. Either way, the skyline became a monument to a city that builds upward even when there's every reason to stop. After the war, glass took over. The Seagram Building, finished in 1958, stripped away ornament entirely. Bronze and glass, nothing more. It became the blueprint for corporate towers across the entire planet. Style had shifted from decoration to restraint. Every era left something behind. Dutch brick beneath cast iron beneath steel frames beneath glass towers. The city never tears down its own logic. It just builds one more layer on top. Look at the skyline today, and you are not looking at one decision. You are looking at 4 centuries of people solving the same problem in different ways. How you fit more life onto less land. New York didn't grow up because it wanted to touch the sky. It grew up because it ran out of ground.